What's good, y'all? How you doing? How you feeling? Talk to me. Let me know in the comments how you feeling. If you just found this channel, my name is Mark Anthony. This is Elevated Talk. Welcome to the Cosmic Show. I really just got a not quick message. We really just finna yap, so just stick with me here. But something that's just been coming to me and building off like last week's video and stuff like that. Taking time to process things, especially during this major shift. The sun's getting hotter and hotter. There's more spiritual lore being dropped every day. And on top of that, there's more distractions being dropped every day. I don't even gotta name them. If you know, you know. We just out here setting people free and shit. You know what I mean? But today I just want to talk about two things, okay? And that's processing things, but also how that ties into like honoring your rhythm, right? And so I kind of want to touch up on, one second. I kind of want to touch up on like what I mean when I say like processing things, but also what I mean when I say like finding your rhythm. And so when I say processing things, it's understanding the multi-dimensional being that we are, right? And that's spiritual and surface level at the same time, in the sense that we may have a higher soul evolution. That's a multi-dimensional part of ourselves, but we also have an inner kid in us, right? And so that's a surface level part of ourselves, but it's still, whether it's surface level or more spiritual, it's still part of that multi-dimensionalness of our nature. And so we within us hold all of that, right? And so for me, in my experience, like something that has been prevalent is making sure like I'm honoring those versions of ourselves. Obviously honoring what no longer serves us and ridding ourselves of that. But at the same time, and as I speak from a place of still learning. So it's not everything I'm saying is set in stone, but in the sense of just learning to hold space for the emotions that you are feeling without judging yourself, or learning to allow yourself to give time for yourself to process things, and just be with those versions of selves that arise. And in that sense, don't enable, right? So if you're seeing a certain pattern, like be real with yourself, call it out, journal. And I feel like, and I made a video about this, that struggle kind of becomes because when you're playing in this physical game and you're trying to find a good balance between not getting overly emotional where you can't even think or do anything, but also not neglecting what you're actually going through, especially during this shift. I feel like that becomes that push and pull, and it can be difficult. It definitely can, especially for my masculine out there. But I just say take it, and this has been working for me. Like if you're trying to implement something new, take it one step at a time. Like don't rush things or feel like you got to complete everything just to say you did it, right? So give yourself time to process, give yourself time to fill things out. And something that's been hitting for me is like don't rush into things, right? So that's what I really mean when I say process. And now this ties into your rhythm, right? This ties into your rhythm because, right, hear me out. The universe has a rhythm, right? The law of the universe, it's ebb and flow. It's ups and downs, as above, so below. The law of rhythm, quite literally, right? So when you understand that you're gonna have those ups and downs, but the ups and downs, it's not good or bad. They just are for your greatest evolution. And then you start to understand the universal rhythm, but also understand that that universal rhythm is aligned in some way with your rhythm. So you allow your perspective to change, and where you are in your reality, you start to see yourself differently. And what I mean by that is you allow your perspectives to start changing about your life and your circumstances. And that helps you get to know yourself more. You start to become aware of certain things. You start to see things a little bit differently. And the more you do that, the more you get to know yourself. And the more you get to know yourself, you start to understand your rhythm. You start to understand, when I do this certain thing, it creates a ripple effect and comes back this way. When I drop my detachment and I let things flow, this starts to happen a little more. When I allow myself to gain momentum in the realm of discipline and consistency, I can feel my energy attracting this, and this. And so the more you just start to almost experiment with yourself more and more in different situations, you begin to know yourself a little more. And everything I'm speaking of is it's coming from personal experience. And I think a major cheat code is knowing your rhythm and knowing the rhythm of the universe and how you can start to, right, because they're both the same technically, right? How you can start to quite literally um, just, I don't want to say know the future, but you can kind of sense things more because you're tuning into that flow state. You're tuning into your rhythm. You're tuning into your mind. You're tuning into your heart and you're synchronizing it. But I feel like that comes from getting to know yourself a little bit more, getting to, allow yourself to process your emotions, to know different parts of yourself, because there may be a part of yourself that may be trying to self-sabotage everything, bro. Maybe trying to self-sabotage everything, and you got to be willing to call that version out. Be like, why are you trying to do this? Where is that coming from? Talk to me, bro. Because sometimes these versions of yourself just want somebody to talk to, right? And so I feel like those two keys right now have been helping me really flow, keep me grounded, and just stay present in this shift and not let my mind take me into basically battle myself. It's time for all of us to use our mind, to use ourselves to help each other and not battle ourselves. And I know that's easier said than done, but it really just starts, like I said, and everything I'm saying, I'm speaking to myself. Like, one thing I don't want is, obviously, like, yes, I'm coming up here giving wisdom, right? But it's like I'm still learning too. I'm still in these trenches too. It's never a place of hierarchy or anything like that. I love to yap. I got yap, and also got to stand on that. So just in that as well. But just taking it one day at a time, step by step, getting in nature, um, and not being afraid to take the risk, not being afraid to bet on myself, not being afraid to um, take a step back when I need to take a step back and listen to my energy. I think that's important right now. And also, don't be afraid of your knowledge. Don't be afraid to shine your light, right? Especially right now. The world is changing, and they gonna play the same fucking game, man. The same game, and it's time for us to move in our authenticity. Let's have fun. Let's be focused, and let's rock out, bro. That's the message. Quick spiel. My name is Mark Anthony. Thank you so much for joining me here. Check the link down below for more lore, more resources as well. I'm gonna have more things coming. Just stay tuned. I love y'all. Much peace.